Greetings, and welcome again to the Elders Inspire Awe podcast, where elderhood is understood as the very frontier of human evolution. My name is Myra Tara, and this podcast is brought to you by Heroes Hermitage and the Sacred Mother Elders Council. Today, we raise the question, how do you spot a member of the Sacred Mother Elders Council? How do you spot a member of the Sacred Mother Elders Council? So how do you? How do you spot an elder whose energy field carries the unmistakable signature of a Sacred Mother Elders Council member? What is it exactly that distinguishes an older person of depth, of wisdom, and coherence? Well, there was a time, and if you grew up in the 70s, you might remember this, when we used the phrase, a together sister, a together brother. Do you remember that? It was always spoken with respect. It meant that everything about her just lined up, not just her outfit or her hair, but everything. The way she carried herself, the way she moved through the world, the tone of her voice, the steadiness in her eyes, the calm in her presence, her energy. A together sister radiated what in narrative psychology we call coherence. She radiated an inner consistency, a wholeness. You didn't need anyone to point it out. You just felt it. You recognized it, and you had a certain response to it. I remember once when I was about 16, living in Atlanta, Georgia, my high school sweetheart took me out to lunch. He took me to the Old Red Lobster on Campbellton Road. Some of you may remember that if you were in Atlanta around that time. It was a real rite of passage for me. It was my first real date in a real restaurant. So I was just sitting there glancing around when I saw this woman. She was sitting on a slightly raised platform a little to my left, so composed, so effortless that her image has stayed with me for 50 years. She sat back in her chair, the way someone sits when she's made peace with herself, erect but relaxed, alert but at ease. She wore a simple elegance, clean lines, quiet colors, fabrics that draped gracefully, exuding a quiet class that money cannot buy. But what struck me the most was her presence. Her mind wasn't somewhere else. She wasn't fidgeting. She wasn't scanning the room to see who might be watching. She was simply there, completely at home in her own skin. I kept glancing over at her, like she held an answer to a question I hadn't yet articulated. At one point, she turned toward me and offered a gentle nod of acknowledgement. No discomfort, just a momentary, gracious connection. Her energy was medicine to me. To my teenage self, she was the epitome of life mastery. A woman who had gathered every scattered fragment of herself and woven them into one seamless harmony. A woman whose past, present, and purpose were no longer fighting each other. A woman who knew who she was and did not need the world's permission to be. Her partner sat beside her, quiet, content. Her presence seemed a sanctuary for him. Spacious, expansive, restful to the nervous system. This woman, who I never met, left a permanent imprint on me. She became an internal landmark, a future version of myself I didn't yet have language for. My homing mechanism recognized her, though, and is never forgotten. That's what coherence does. It awakens possibility in those who come across it. It speaks without words. It calls you into your becoming. This quality, this coherence, this inner alignment, this sovereignty of presence is the essence of a Sacred Mother Elders Council member. A member of the council is not recognized simply by age or by what she has achieved in the world or by the titles she has worn. She is recognized by her energy frequency, by her clarity, by her warmth, her ease, her groundedness. Her presence slows down a room. People breathe more deeply around her. Children settle. Men relax. Women exhale. Because she had made peace with both her magnificence and her mess, she carries her life story without distortion, defensiveness, shame, or pretense. She has nothing to prove, nothing to hide, nothing to protect. Her energy field is wholesome, inviting, steady, kind. A member of the Sacred Mother Elders Council is not perfect, far from it, but she is whole. Her easy love for herself is apparent. Her easy love for people is felt. And it is this that the Council relies on to achieve our work. Not perfection, not performance, not credentials, just elder mothers whose inner lives have stabilized enough to serve as medicine, as guidance, as sanctuary for all who encounter them. So let me ask you, does this sound like you? Is some part of you already ripening in this direction? Is there an inner whisper saying, yes, I know this energy. I've been becoming this my whole life. Do you know someone like this? An elder mother whose presence nourishes you, settles you, reminds you, encourages you, expands you? Ask your body. Ask your breath. Ask your soul. And if the answer is yes, we want to connect with you. You can reach out to us at contactus@hearershermitage.info. That's contact us at hearers, Hearers, Hermitage, HERMITAGE.info. We would love to connect with you. Thank you for listening to the Elders Inspire Awe podcast. Until we meet again, be well.